Lode Haare wieder am Start. As you can see, you are absolutely about to be spoiled if you continue watching this video. So please don't, unless you want to get spoiled, in which case, well. Let's get into this stuff. So, I have no idea what to talk about first. Um, First of all, there are some things that you need to know. Obviously, well, spoiler, but also it's not necessarily true what they found. You have to take everything in this huge document with a big grain of salt. I remember documents like these running around, and even like super big YouTubers like Joey and Blender making videos on things that didn't end up turning out to be correct, which has literally absolutely nothing wrong with it. I personally want to go over this because I really want to find out how the VGC meta will look, which obviously I will find out regardless, but also I feel like that's gonna affect my personal experience at all. For example, spoiler, here are the new Pokemon designs and also the stats and abilities. I personally chose to actually go with a Grass Dark starter because not only does it have protein and really good stats and also the typing of the root daily, but also I originally wanted to pick the Fire starter. And I really don't like the new design of a Fire starter, so I'm really glad that I did actually follow the leaks because otherwise I would have chosen a starter which I would not have been happy with. So yeah, but I think before I want to talk about the new Pokemon and stuff, I think I want to do this in another video. Maybe like in tomorrow's video or something. I want to first talk about some other changes to the metagame. So first of all, there are lots of deleted moves because it pretty much whatever moves your Pokemon have, when you transfer them, they don't keep the moves. So before this, you were able to transfer a Weavile or a Bisharp with knockoff into Sword and Shield. I still do have a Bisharp with knockoff, for example, in Sword and Shield. And then it would keep the move knockoff. And if you wanted to use it competitively, you would have to reset its moveset, and then you had to give it the moveset you actually wanted instead of the level up moves, right? So that unfortunately in BDSP and also Legends Arceus, they completely ignore the moves that you had on your Pokemon and just give them new moves. So that was really annoying because when I had to give my Weavile, for example, the new breeding moves because I wasn't able to transfer a Weavile or give down the beating moves that Weavile had to a Sneasel, because I had to do it because the moves were all deleted. So this is what it's gonna look like in Scarlett and Violett, which is not gonna affect VGC but instead singles, which I also do play a bit. Maybe I will play singles in Scarlett and Violett, who knows? But also this means that some moves will be gone. Unfortunately, Return and Frustration are still gone, which sucks because lots of normal types don't have a good stab move, and I don't think we get a new normal type move. Hidden Power is gone, which is good because in hindsight Hidden Power was kind of broken. Water Sport is also cut, which is really interesting because Kyogre was actually found in the game, so looks like we will not have Water Sport, which I personally feel like Water Sport is super balanced because we have moves like Astro Barrage or Glacial Lance, which are 130 base power, no drop egg. So if your Cardiac Shadow is at 1 HP, you can still use 130 base power and not miss, but if Kyogre is at full HP, it can't use its Water Sport, which is super risky because it may lose HP, well, I think that's a bit ridiculous. But again, take everything in this with a grain of salt, because Water Sport may just end up being added later. Unfortunately, 10,000 volt Thunderbolt is not in the game as well. Unfortunate. Eternal Beam is not in the game? Damn, I don't really care, but like that was a kinda cool move. Okay. So this looks... Oh! They nerfed Wicked Blow and they nerfed Grassy Light. I didn't know this. Also they nerfed Glacial Lance. That's so amazing. Oh my god, I didn't actually know this. They buffed Dire Claw. If this is the move that I'm thinking about, Dire Claw is actually super broken. Triple Arrows got buffed as well, that is huge. This is the one for Hisuian Decidueye. And Dire Claw, I think, is the Poison type move. Poison type Galarian Hisuian Sneasel will be absolutely broken. Blake Windstorm, Windbolt Storm. I don't know any of these storm moves. I think those are the signature moves of a new genie, I think. I don't know. Dude, Wave Crash. I have some of these moves I have never heard. What is Wave Crash? I think this is the one from Hisuian Best Legion, right? Wagecraft Wikipedia. Oh yeah. So this seems to be the signature move of here Basque Legion. That's super interesting. 100 base power this move is gonna be. Oh, it's a fairy type move. So that's gonna be for enormous, you know. Dude, Wave Crash Raging Fury is crazy. Headlong Rush. What's this? This is from Ground type move. Oh, it's ground type close combat now, isn't it? And Tataria gets it. Dude, that's amazing. Clover Blast gets nerfed, which is really good for Hisuian, what's it called? Hisuian Voltorb and Electrode, because they did no type of damage before. So now it's 150 base power, so that's really good. And now, for the singles player, all of these moves are now 8 PP with 50 PP maximum, which is insane. Which is unfortunate for me because I really love using stall in VGC. I'm the only guy to do this, I think. Well, no, that's not true. There are sometimes a lot of people that like use stall, but like, I don't know. When I use stall, I always enjoy it, and I don't feel like the other people really do it because I don't know. I can't read their minds, obviously, but like, I don't know. I really enjoy using stall in VGC from time to time just for fun. Looks like that's gonna be very difficult because, for example, if you want to recover Lugia, you only have 8 PP. Before you had 16, so you were actually able to stall out moves like Behemoth Blade, and now you will not be able to. So that's really unfortunate. I think it's really weird that they also did rest, but that's fine. Also, I don't see Morning Sun. Oh yeah, that also already had 8 PP. Amazing. Let's go over the ability changes now. So a Predator Sword and Dodge's Shield only work once per battle, which I don't remember the last time I saw an opposing Zacian switch out and then back in, honestly. But so that really doesn't really matter, I guess. And like Daughter's Shield being nerfed is unfortunate because Zamazenta is really bad, but another spoiler, it now properly gets access to body press, which is amazing. So yeah. Protean and Liberolo also got nerfed because now it will change only one Pokemon changes type once. So that's actually really interesting because that means if I want to use my starter, my Sprigatito or whatever, its evolution, then I will have to if I use a grass move, I turn into a grass type. And if I use a dark type move, I don't change typing anymore, so I actually lose stare. So this is a huge nerf. Fortunately, I guess, if I use like Cinder Ace's Pyro Ball, I will still be able to U-turn after on the incoming Slowbro, for example, in singles, and then I will still get stab on this. Unfortunately, if I use like high jump kick, then I won't be able to change into a bug type. So that's interesting. Also, they put my boy Ash Greninja in the game. I personally love Ash Greninja. It may be the case that we are actually gonna be able to use our ability capsule onto Greninja, but that's literally just speculation on my end. This has not been in the leaks or confirmed or whatever. Either way, I do have some Ash Greninjas that I wanna transfer over anyways. And unfortunately, it does not turn into Ash Greninja when it will only boost special attack speed and stuff. Unfortunately, we don't know how much it boosts, if it boosts every time we knock out a Pokemon or whatever. So can't comment on this. But what I really do like is Snow Warning being buffed. Because it snows for the entire battle. This is the replacement for Hail. And also it will give +1 defense boost to Hail type, to Ice types, which is an amazing buff. I have loved using Hail in VGC a lot. I used it, for example, in Series 11. Got it like to like top 200, I think, which is insane because the team sucked ass. It had like Obama Snow, Talonflame, Arctozolt or whatever. Like, also like default Talonflame, like, for you all salty sweaters, like, you would have hated this team because yeah, I use loads of like really bad Pokemon, like most of 3 bad Pokemon already. So yeah, but that team was really fun. I really love using Hail, like I said. Can't wait to use Hail even more and even harder. Now let's go over what haven't I looked at. Oh yeah, that's deleted moves. Yeah, move changes. So the items we are. Oh yeah, I just read this by the way. Now we get something an item that makes us immune to intimidate. Clear Amulet, an item to be held by a Pokemon with Clear Spark and Amulet protects the holder from having its stat lowered by moves against or by other Pokemon's abilities. So not only will this nerf Parting Shot, but also Intimidate by a long shot. So now we will have to give this item to all our physical attackers and not Zacian because that can't hold an item. So I can now give this to my Excadrill, for example, and go crazy. I'm already so hyped, bro. Or my Garchomp or whatever. That's gonna be nutty, bro. That's gonna be nutty. Also, Punching Glove is pretty much the new protective pads that also powers up the holder's punching moves, which is really good for VGC because we didn't really use what's it called? Protective pads anyways. But now we may use Punching Glove. I don't know. It's probably not gonna be more damage than a Life Orb, so it's most likely not gonna be as usable, but maybe it will work on certain Pokemon. Booster Energy, an item to be held with certain abilities. Yeah. So this is probably the one that's gonna be the one that you give for your past and future Pokemon. Now I don't know if this item is required. Like if you are required to give this item to your Pokemon when it is in the past or future form, or if it's not required, because if it is required, those Pokemon will most likely not be good as we expect because they already don't have an ability really. But then if they also would be able to need to hold an item, I don't think that's gonna be healthy, because then those Pokemon are just gonna suck and be very one-dimensional, because all of these things that we can do to make our Pokemon be used in a different way than other people are not really viable. So I wouldn't be able to protect my Salamence from opposing Intimidates, for example. And they also already cannot go for Moxie instead of Intimidate, for example, in order to have a cool thing going on, I guess. And also, yeah, it means these Pokemon will be very easier to go up against, of course, because now you don't have to worry about the Salamence potentially being Moxie and just getting attack boost when it wants to, you know. Ability Shield, an item to be held by a Pokemon. This cute and rather unique looking shield, don't know why they say this, protects the holder from having its ability changed by others. I have no idea why they would introduce this item, because so far I have not seen lots of things that could possibly hurt this. I do think that like Weezing and stuff are gonna be in the game. I actually don't know. Actually, I can look this up on my phone real quick. But I don't see how this would be like useful unless you go up against Weedle to Needle, of course. Then you definitely need this item. But the chances of that are pretty low, at least for me, since I haven't really battled him at all ever, unfortunately. So no, I don't see Weezing. So I don't know what this is all about. Loaded dice, I already gave my opinion on this in my last video where I covered the confirmed items. Yeah, ridiculous. Covered cloak is really good because you can stop fake out and stuff. Mirror Orb is really bad because it literally is unpredictable and stuff. Again, if you wanted a more detailed explanation, go to my other video. Now let's go to TMs, I think, because this is gonna be really important, because before you could use moves like Knock Off or Toxic. Well, those actually are bad examples because there were no TMs for Knock Off and Toxic, but like moves like Defog, for example, was a move tutor in Gen 7. So in Gen 7, Defog was legal on like most Pokemon, but now loads of Pokemon actually lost Defog, which obviously again it doesn't really affect doubles, but I'm just using this as an example. So basically, if there is a TM, that pretty much means this move is gonna be lots of Pokemon. I see, for example, Charm. We're gonna see lots of Charms in the quads, but also we will be able to use Fake Heal Sneasel again, you know, so that's really, really good. Scary Face is there. One thing that I'm wondering. Thunder. Fuck! Thunder Wave is still here. Oh no. Stuff like this is really interesting to me, of course. So let's see. Yeah, let's just go through this and I will talk about everything that I think is interesting. Thunder Wave probably the most important one. Bulldoze is still a thing, which is amazing. Snarl is also still a thing, which is not amazing. Icy Wind is a thing, which is amazing, and Rock Tomb as well, because secondary forms of speed control I think are really important. Because think about a meta where Icy Wind isn't a thing. You go for a Trick Room, you go for a Tailwind, and then that's it, you know. But Icy Wind allows you to still use Pokemon that are slower, because you will be able to support them correctly if you want to, right? Same with Rock Tomb. I think Rock Tomb is a really underrated move. Volt Switch, Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Sandstorm. Snowscape. So Snowscape will probably get up Hail forever, which is interesting. False Swipe is amazing because that's gonna be amazing for shiny hunting. Brick Break is amazing. I personally love putting Brick Break onto all of my hyper offense teams because, as you guys know, screens are super valuable on loads of like bulky offensive teams, and the ability to just go for Brick Break after the opponent just spent 2 turns setting out screens is just super cool. A U-turn and foul play are really cool. Psychic Fangs as well, because it also breaks screens. Or the punches and stuff. Electro Ball, okay, not really gonna use this. Reflect Light Scream. Ugh! Thunder Wave. Ugh! Body Press being in TM is amazing, like I said, for Zamazenta, because Zamazenta gets it now. And I think Body Press being on a wide variety of Pokemon is really cool. I personally love the move Body Press. You guys have seen me use Body Press Bronzong in my last video where I played in the National Dex meta, and that was super fun because you were able to terrestrialize your Bronzong into a fighting type and then use super strong body presses and also iron defense. This is also gonna be amazing for Pokemon like Como and Stagger Attacker, which I have also talked about. Well, not Como yet, but Como will also be amazing. EV Impulse. Skill Swap. Ooh. That's gonna make all the Weedle to Needle fans go, oh yeah. Me as well. I love Weedle. Hell yeah. Tailwind, really interesting, because now maybe some other Pokemon that didn't already get it get Tailwind. But also Tailwind being in TM is really amazing. Okay, lots of other TMs that are really important. All the pledges is really interesting. Overheat. Dude, basically I scroll through wait. Steel Beam? Didn't expect this one, that's amazing. What I really think is interesting. Trick Room. Oh yeah, we have Trick Room, okay. Hurricane as well, amazing. So looks like there isn't really a lot of stuff missing that's really important for competitive. One thing I was also thinking about is actually Imprison. Yeah, we do have Imprison as well, okay. Looks like all the important moves are gonna be here, which is amazing. Yeah. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. Next up, Dex. Don't really care about this. Regional, I don't know what this is. Okay. Shinies. Oh no, I shouldn't have clicked on this. Speed tiers is gonna be interesting. Okay, sets. Potential Oreo sets, I don't really care. Update status. Ah, okay. Added useful infos for Shiny and Miss. Okay. I think this is gonna be it for this video. So far, I have to say, loads of the changes were made are really positive when it comes to moves and ability changes and stuff. For example, Grassy Light just did ridiculous damage, bro. Like, what the hell? Also, Surging Wicked Blow as well. I don't think Surging Strikes is gonna be in the game. Let's really quickly figure this one out. And then I think I wanna record another video. So no, Surging Strikes is in the game. So Surging Strikes did not get nerfed. However, Wicked Blow did. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Who cares? Either way, like I said, I think loads of move changes are really positive. Most of the ability changes, well, most of them, yeah, I don't know. Some of them are really positive. I really like the change what it did to Hail. Like, I don't think there's anything to claim about the TMs. And then, oh yeah, mechanics. Let's go over this in my next video. So that's gonna be recorded right now, I think. So hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for the next videos, leave a like, and let me know in the comments what do you guys think. What do you guys think I should also add, or maybe not add, or change, or whatever. If I were to change anything, obviously Surging Strikes, because that's ridiculous. Second off, I would make it so Regieleki does not get Electro Web, because I think that's just stupid that it gets this move. I don't know what they were thinking. Let's actually look. Level up moves. Electro Web. Looks like. Oh, wait, I spelled this wrong. Electro. Wait. Let's see if Electro gets Electro Web. I'm probably gonna scroll down all the way. No. Ha! Electro Ball. Okay, Electric Terrain. Wait, let's just look up Regieleki. It does still get Electro Web. Oh man, I'm gonna talk about this in my next video. So yeah, see you then. Ciao.